Is this the end of the crypto discounts? Is this the final straw that breaks the camel's back? Are we never going to see crypto this low again? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Stick around, guys. I think you're going to enjoy this video. All right, everyone, I just want you to hear me out. I got a couple things rolling around in my brain, so I had to come to you guys and bring it to you first. Do I think the end of crypto volatility is just over or it's calmed down? Absolutely not. No way, no how. No, Colin. Number two, will there be FUD? Is the FUD over? Absolutely. There's going to be tons of FUD. The FUD's never over. The FUD goes on forever and ever. In markets like this, you see it in the stock market. You see it in the crypto market. You see it everywhere, people. It's never going away. Finally, number three, will 95% of the projects still die off and crash and burn and never come back in the crypto market? Yes, they will. Yes, they will. Here's what I'm trying to get at. Will these low prices last forever? Will you always be able to buy super low? Like in crypto, it's always been very easy, right? Not easy, but it's always been easy to say, whoa, the market's way down. We can now make a ton of money. But everybody investing now knows that. So is that always going to happen? Is that going to be the new norm? Is that something that we're going to continue to do as we go on to the future into this mass adoption phase? I think it's something that the crypto boys community should definitely know about and at least think about. Think of this. Crypto started in roughly 2009. It's now 2022. There is an estimated 300 million users in crypto. That's awesome. And think about this. 71 or so, 70-ish% of those users came in 2021 alone. So 30% of that was before that. So think about how much of those 300 million users are still around. Now is for the fun part. The estimated number of users in 2030, 3.4, 3 point some odd billion. That's billion with a B. That's a big number, am I right? So we're going to 10x, over 10x the users, and we've already well over that because of the 70% we've used in 2021. So if you go back to 2020, oh my gosh, where is crypto going? Believe it or not, mass adoption's happening. Well, Colin, it's not happening me. Yes, it is. Calm down. I'm going to explain it at the easiest, simplest level possible. You know how we do it here at the Crypto Boys. All of you right now and all of the crypto space for the most part was worried about this correction. Big time YouTube channels with millions of subscribers telling you to sell it all, that they're selling it all, that they're getting out of the market. I don't want to be in it because we're going to rebuy back in. But did they? Probably not. Let's be honest. Probably not, right? So here's what I want to get into. The mass adoption is happening all around us. So how low is the market really going to go? You've got Nike jumping in. You've got Tesla jumping in. You've got McDonald's jumping in. You've got House meetings on the floor of Congress happening. What else do you want? The biggest CEOs in the game going to Washington, D.C. and standing up and fighting for crypto. And some of the, legislators actually liking it too. Some of the House representatives are enjoying crypto and they're clearly in it, asking good questions. Some of them, they're still undecided, and some of them probably hate it. That's fine because they're making all their money off of, let's see here, insider trading on the stock market. Just kidding. Not really. This is going to lead me into something I usually would never talk about, and that's the stock market. But we've got to know a little bit, just a little bit, about the stock market so then we can move forward with where we're going in the crypto space. Stick with me here, okay? The first article that I think it's important to lead us off with before we get into more of the stock market specifically, which is going to be about a 2-minute phase. Crypto and stocks look increasingly correlated. That has raised risk fears. Okay, this just happened a couple weeks ago, but Bitcoin rebounded this past week and blah, blah, blah. But basically what it's doing is, back in the day, crypto did not follow the stock market at all. It was completely separate. You know why? Because everybody was retail. Everybody was retail. It was everybody. Most was retail, and it was just pumping and shooting off whenever a big article would happen or whatever. It was much easier because it was a much lower cap to make those things happen. Now with the mass adoption that's coming along, and a lot of these people and these whales buying in the black or buying in the kind of the black market to where you're not knowing they're actually buying right now, is going to make this market much more stable. That's why you're seeing the correlation, in my opinion, just my opinion, between stocks and crypto being much more correlated than it ever has before. I mean, what other reasons you got? Go ahead and drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear. Also, let me take a quick second. If you like the video, like the video. If you haven't subscribed yet to the Crypto Boys, we're bringing you legit information every single day. We'd appreciate your subscription. As I always say, if we haven't earned your subscription, we will. So please just keep coming back and checking us out. Back to the video. As you can see here, guys, in the article, follow the leader. In 2018, 2019, Bitcoin prices had little to do with stocks, right? Just like I just said, you can see that one pops, one dips, one pops, one dips, whatever. Now they're both going kind of in tandem with each other, which is pretty crazy to see because we haven't seen that. What that's going to lead me to is, the question, well, Colin, what do you think's happening? Funny you should ask. I've got an answer. Let's go through a little bit of the history of the stock market to figure out this answer. The first thing we need to look at is in 1929. 1929 was a big, huge stock market crash, right? It was valued at just about 90 billion and it crashed over 90%. Over 90%. Remember, this is just news articles. This are just, you're just talking back and forth. There's no internet. There's none of that crap back in the day. You're talking to your buddy, hey, this stock's going to rise, and there's still a massive crash. So think about that as they start to liquidate, then boom goes the dynamite. Am I right? 1987. So fast forward about 60 years, and one of the biggest crashes that happened was just 22.6%. You know what we call 22.6% dip in crypto? We call that Tuesday. That's what we call it. Yeah, we call it Tuesday. Am I right? So what I'm getting at is less and less huge crashes are happening in the stock market for various reasons, and they're starting to regulate it in between these times. So let me show you another thing. In 1987, because of the 22.6% drop, what they did is in a single day, if the stock market drops, it's called the circuit breaker, more than 7%, then they can actually cut it and they can stop holding so people can get their money out and switch things around and whatever else. It's pretty wild, but that way everybody doesn't lose all their money. We don't have that in crypto. Obviously, I have the 2008 bubble bursting, and the stock market went way down then. And then you have the latest crash, which was obviously due to the whole thing going on. So that was a little bit artificially pumped as a crash, but it was nonetheless a crash. Am I right? It did go back up quick. Now, here's what's bringing me to what I want you guys to internalize. The stock market started in the late 1700s. It really didn't take off till about the late 1800s, 1900s, whatever. And from 1929 until 2022, so about 100 years, over 100 years, it gained roughly to 28 trillion dollars. Let's look at crypto. Crypto started in 2009, and it's hiked itself up all the way to $2 trillion in 12 to 13 years. That's pretty incredible. But now think of this. That's only with really less than 300 million users, because 70% of those 300 million users came in just in the last year alone. And so now let's think about what's going to happen in the future. We're already saying, like I said in the beginning of the video, we're going to go to 3.4 over 3 billion users in 2030. Think what that's going to happen as compared to the stock market. They're going to be running right next to each other because you're going to have mass adoption. So you're going to have whether you like it or not, you're going to have regulations. You're going to have people that are severely invested into crypto like they already are, with a little bit more volatility probably still. I would agree with that, because more projects, because in crypto you can just make a new project, come up, whatever. But you're going to see regulations happen, especially throughout the next 10 years. Here's my thing. Where can we go? Where's crypto going? So right now on our flatline, how low can we go when you have regulations? How high can you go when you have regulations? Where are we at in the middle? These are all questions that are going to have to be answered that I think you should be asking yourself right now. Next up is, how early are you into crypto? Just think, it is mind-blowing how early you are into crypto. If you are watching this video right now, you are setting yourself up to make a beep that out, ton of money. I mean, a ton of money, because you are so early. If you could have told these stock guys that, hey, in 1929, drop a bunch of money because the stock market's worth this, and it's worth 90 billion, it's going to go up to over 28 trillion dollars. I mean, you know what I'm saying? They would invest just because they know it's always going up. I mean, these stock markets go on 11-year bull runs. 11-year bull runs. In crypto, that doesn't happen right now because the mass adoption and the regulations aren't there. But they're coming, and we've got to be able to work with them and maneuver the way we strategize and the way we pick up projects to make it work for us. But if you're in it right now, you are early. You are super early. That's why Joe and I come on here all the time saying, hey, listen, we were stuck. We didn't know exactly what to do with any of our free money. You know, he works all the time. I work all the time. So how do we make a little bit of passive income by just having our money work for us? Crypto is the new age. It's the new way. Last thought. I want to get out of here on this last thought. Who invests into crypto the most? About, what is it, like 75% of people are like males between the ages of 28 and 36 or something like that. So where is the money going in just a few short years after these guys start moving up in the ranks of making more money, and women for that matter? Just women aren't as prevalent in crypto right now, but they're getting there. Where do you think that money's going? The money right now, where all the boomers have it, it's going to trickle down to these guys and these girls. And you know what they're going to be in? They're going to be in crypto. That's right. They're going to be in crypto. A lot of their money is going to be in crypto. So now that money transfer is going to happen quickly, because you're not going to notice that the markets are going to even themselves out as you go further. Now, I understand hedge funds. I get all that. But as you go through, you're going to see more adoption, more mass adoption than ever, especially when we change the age and the age starts moving up, and then other people that we teach before us, you know, they are investing, like my kids and Joe's kids and whatever else. They start investing into more crypto than they do the stock market. That is how it's going to grow. That is how mass adoption is going to come. Again, I wanted to get on here to explain to you guys why I think the bottom could possibly be in very easily. You may never see a huge massive dip like we see in crypto again, as far as like the absolute bottom wasteland of barren wastelands, everything's dropping 98%. There's too many people that know about it, too many people that will buy too big of bags at that price to push it back up. The selling pressure is never going to be high enough to get it down to that low of numbers again. Now in this bear bull, whatever heck, I think we're in a bull market by far, but in this market we're in right now, yes, it still could. And yes, we're still so early. We're only 10 years in. I mean, oh my gosh, we're so early. But again, very soon, you're not going to be able to scoop the prices you're going to be able to scoop as you can right now and make the money you can right now. In every market in the entire world, how to make a ton of money is, guess what? You buy as low as possible and you sell as high as possible. That is why crypto millionaires exist. That is why crypto billionaires exist. That is why people like us come on YouTube to teach you how to make a ton of money when you don't need a ton of money. That is the whole point behind all this. I realized I went on a little bit of a tangent there for a little while, but it was something I've been researching, something I've been noticing in the crypto market, as I've only been in for about a year, just over a year and a half now. And it's something that I truly feel passionate about, where it's going to go and where we're going to head. So I've had a ton of questions and a bunch of DMs about it. Figured I'd get on here, give my thoughts. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. If you disagree with me, that's completely fine. I want to be disagreed with. I'll chat back with you. I want to hear your side of the story. What do you guys think? But I think that the bottoms aren't going to be super bottomful anymore, and the tops aren't going to be super high. You're not going to see these parabolic tops. And I also think you're going to see more of a steady growth as we go through. Do I think the volatility is still going to be super high for the next few years? Absolutely. I truly do. But I think we're moving forward, and we're moving forward faster than most people are willing to admit. All right, guys, that's all I got for you today. As you know, the Crypto Boys are always here to help you out. We always appreciate you guys being with the fittest crypto channel on YouTube.